Hey guys, how's it going? This is Deadly, and today's Sunday again, which means we're doing a Q&A. I read some of the questions that you guys leave me in the comment section below from last week, and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can in about 10 minutes or so. First question comes from Ahmed Fidel. Will you play Skyrim Special Edition? Probably not. I don't really have much interest in playing a game that I've already played a hell of a lot. And the special edition, to me anyway, just doesn't add enough value. If I want to make the game look better, I can add some mods, but I honestly haven't played Skyrim in like 4 or 5 years anyway, so I'm sure a lot of people who are huge Elder Scrolls fans are really excited, but for me, it's something I'm going to pass on. Next question comes from the Super Snake. Have you ever played Rust or thought about playing it? I played a lot of Rust back in the first iteration of the game, but since the rendering engine changes and all the changes to the game, I haven't been checking it out. I've heard really good things though, and if I had more time, I would probably be playing Rust. Next question comes from The Best Browser. What an epic troll name, by the way. Fucking Internet Explorer. I think a DayZ should be able to saline themselves by finding a rope and hanging it on an ivy branch or tree. I do think there should be a setback though, but I don't know how it should be. How do you feel about this idea in general? I think being able to self-blood bag or self-saline you is a dangerous idea because it eliminates the need to have a player interaction. You'll less likely want to run into a random survivor and trust them enough to give you a blood bag or saline. But one of the ideas was to go to a hospital or clinic, and I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're the stands that hold up blood and IV bags whenever you're getting a transfusion in a hospital, and if you could attach the blood bag or IV to that, you could self-blood bag or self-saline yourself. But at the same time, I would prefer if they didn't add that in the game, because it just, it's more interesting when you have a friend or a survivor that you randomly meet help you out. Next question comes from Clean Sweep Gaming. Deadly, do you think an official faction or clan system would be good for DayZ, either server bound or global? I think with Steam groups and the Steam friends list and lots of things online that can help you organize that, like Discords, Curse Voice, TeamSpeaks, there really isn't much of a need for that. But if they were going to add a system like that, it would need to be in the server browser or at the homepage of DayZ, not in the game itself. Having icons over players' heads to signify if they're friendly or not is not something that I think should be in DayZ, and I think most people can agree. Next question comes from Plaza Mexico Pride. Do you know when gun bayonets will be coming back into the game? Because they're on the wiki, but I haven't found any in 0.60. Thank you. They were taken out a while ago because they had no function. You couldn't melee with the weapon, so why have the bayonets into the game? They will be coming back into the game later down the road whenever they add the function to hit people with your weapon, mainly zombies, but I'm sure it's going to be some sort of alternative firing method, and it's something I'm actually looking forward to, especially for weapons like the Mosin Nagant. Next question comes from Nick Raiden, but it is a loaded question, and basically all he's wanting to know is what country I'm from and what time zone I'm in. I'm actually from Canada, Atlantic Canada, and I'm in the Atlantic time zone, but I run all of my live streams and upload all my videos based on an Eastern Standard time zone. I started streaming every single day when I lived in Ottawa, so I started the broadcast at 8:30 a.m. every day at Eastern Standard Time, but even though I'm in a different time zone, I still keep everything the same. So not too many people know about the Atlantic time zone though, but either way, that's where I'm at, and that's what time I stream. Next question comes from Matthew Bartley. What does your personal gaming schedule look like? What games do I play? And how do you plan out what you create your content for, and what you play for fun? Do you play Grand Theft Auto? I don't really have too much of a gaming schedule, so if I'm in the evenings and I want to play a little bit of Mountain Blade, a little bit of DayZ, some World of Warcraft from time to time, and some Battlefield. Those are some of the games that I play, but usually I only play DayZ on a daily basis. I don't branch too far out from that game. I play DayZ for 5.5, sometimes 6 hours a day. So as you can see, plus editing and doing everything else related to the stream of the channel, I don't have a whole lot of extra time to focus on video games. But lately, a lot of DayZ, some King of the Kill, Battlefield 1, and if I can, a little Warcraft. And yes, I play Grand Theft Auto 5, but I don't play it on a regular basis. Next question comes from Max Murphy. Do you ever think about going back to some ARMA 2 mods for DayZ as they're still being patched and have come a long way? I've actually recently tried out the new DayZ mod patch, but it's just not really something I'm interested in anymore. That's something I've done a lot, and I have a lot of videos on my channel surrounding the mod. On stream, I periodically, like every couple weeks, will go back to the mod and just have some fun, but it's very rare. So if I ever have one of those days and anything significant happens, like a really cool piece of gameplay, I'll definitely be uploading that. But until then, I think standalone is just where I'm supposed to be, and I'm having the most fun with right now, with the videos and the channel and just being entertained by all the encounters that I've been getting in and all the crazy stories that I've been participating in. Next question comes from Savage Sambar. What gave you the big break into becoming good and getting decent views and subs? Well, nothing really, because when you really think about it, my YouTube channel and Twitch channel are still considered rather small in the grand scheme of things. I think a large channel in terms of YouTube is a channel that has like at least 300 to 500,000 subscribers. And on Twitch, a big channel is somebody that gets over 1,000 views per day. Obviously though, that's my goal. I want to become a bigger channel. I want to do more things. I want to cover different titles. I want to grow the streaming audience. Usually on a daily basis now, I've been getting about 500 viewers into the stream, which is amazing, especially in the DayZ category. And we've been reaching something like 350,000 monthly views here on the YouTube channel, which is nuts. So I'm well on my way to reaching those goals, but it is going to be a long time. So for me, it's just consistency. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just created a channel and has grown massively overnight. Honestly, guys, I've been on YouTube since 2006. And I really only started caring about my YouTube channel in about 2010 to 2012. And even still, recently, I'm always learning about how to create better content and what to do on YouTube. It's still something that I'm grasping at. And I think with these daily videos that I've been doing, it's definitely been helping grow the stream and the YouTube channel. So for me, consistency is extremely important. Uploading a lot of content, a lot of entertaining content, and things that you guys want to see as well. So Twitch channel though currently takes my priority, and I am definitely considered one of the bigger Twitch channels in the DayZ category these days anyway, because a lot of the really big DayZ streamers don't really stream DayZ anymore. They're off doing other things like even like RimWorld and King of the Kill. So for me and a few others, we're now in the position where before we were really small broadcasters, we now have a really nice stage with a developed community and audience. And I'm privileged to be one of the bigger streamers in the category, and actually honored because there's a lot of amazing content creators and there's amazing people too. Like, I'm honored amongst my peers that I'm in a position where I do have such a big stage. So from here, just keep on growing and keep on trying to do bigger and better things, I guess, is all I can really do. So in short, when did I become good and start getting views? After a very long time. Got a question from Fadi Aboud. I hope I pronounced that correctly. What was your job before you started Twitch and YouTube? So let's start from the beginning. When I was around 14, I got a dishwashing position, started washing dishes until I was 16. When I was 17, I worked as an assistant manager at an art center. When I was 18, I worked as a hotel porter very briefly. And when I was 18, I started doing internet marketing, so selling ebooks and selling game guides and things like that online, which made me a decent amount of money. Into university, I started working on an internet startup, which became, well, now TGN, which is one of the biggest gaming YouTube networks in the world, that was acquired by Broadband TV. And I worked with a lot of different people. At the time, it was just a World of Warcraft channel, but with the help of a lot of people, including myself, we transitioned that into a massive YouTube network. And I decided to leave for personal reasons and to learn more about myself in a different area, because I was head of sales or head of content acquisition for TGN for years, and I just wasn't happy and I wasn't really fulfilling what I wanted to do. And I was in the YouTube MCN industry for about 4.5 years before I decided to leave that behind as a consultant and start working on my YouTube channel and Twitch channel. Next question comes from Hunter Edgerton. What do you use to record and edit my videos? Well, for the most part, up until like 0.60 in DayZ, I used Shadowplay, which was able to record in 1080p, 60 frames per second, great quality. But after 0.60 in the Infusion engine, there's gamma issues with Infusion and DayZ. So I started recording with using OBS. So while I'm streaming, I record at the same time. The quality of the content is definitely not as good, but recently I found a way through OBS Studio to record using my GPU and stream using my CPU. So that's why recently the quality of the YouTube videos has gotten way better than what it used to be. Because if I just downloaded Twitch highlights, they would be super grainy, but there's no more grain anymore. So it's actually very hard to distinguish the difference between a 720p and 1080p video at the moment, because the bitrate that I use to record at a 720p quality is extremely high. In fact, I could probably upscale from a 720p resolution if I wanted to, but there's no need for me to do that. Some people are super picky. They really want to see 1080p content. I get that, even 1440p. Basically, I'm just going to be patiently waiting until Infusion has their gamma issues resolved, which I hope will happen down the road. Last question comes from DayZ King, and I don't know why I like this question so much, because I feel like other broadcasters might see this as really trolly, but I don't know, this really just sparked a discussion inside my own brain. I was like, maybe he's right. Anyways, DayZ King, do you ever see yourself adding people you play with to your videos, or is your friend list only full of fellow streamers, and do you not find that to be a little fucked up? Well, to be completely honest, most of my IRL friends don't play video games, and if they do, they play World of Warcraft or other games other than DayZ. I don't really know too many people IRL that actually play DayZ. A few people from my high school have messaged me and added me on Steam, but I don't get to play with them too often. I do play with a lot of streamers because they're my peers. We do very similar things. It's very easy for me to connect and become friends with other broadcasters because we can relate to each other very easily and we benefit from each other's company. So not everybody thinks that this is a business, but I do this full time, and I try not to think about this is a business, because I feel like that would sort of taint what I'm trying to do, which is build a community, but I am doing this full time. So if I was to collaborate with another larger broadcaster, that benefits myself and them too, because our communities get to meet each other, interact, and it's a lot of fun. So at the end of the day, yeah, I typically only squad up with other broadcasters because you don't want to have too many people. Even some of my friends like Markstrom TV, for instance, if I have a squad of 3 people, he doesn't want to join because he doesn't like squatting up with more than 3 people, because it gets way too chaotic and you're almost unable to even run your broadcast because you have no time to communicate with your stream. You're always talking over other people. So also playing with other streamers, you know that there's going to be long periods of time where they're not going to be talking to you. They're going to be talking to your stream, which in turn gives you a lot of time to talk to your stream. So it is actually a lot easier to play with streamers than it is non-streamers during the day. Trust me. It just makes everything move a whole lot smoother. Now, every week, every Saturday, we do Derp Squad, where I play with all the subscribers, and every now and again at nighttime, I'll squad up with a couple people who are on TeamSpeak that are just hanging out. Other than that, I don't really play with anybody that I know IRL. People just kind of stick to, consoles or World of Warcraft. I forgot to mention that I do play DayZ with my brother, my IRL brother. His name is Wilberforce. He's also a mod in the chat. So yeah, Will and I play a lot of DayZ together. But other than that, he's probably the only person that I really know that plays a lot of DayZ. Well guys, that's about all the questions I'm going to be answering this week. If you guys want to get a chance to be in next Sunday's video, then leave some questions in the comment section below. And also guys, just a reminder, I stream every single day, Monday through Saturday at 8:30 a.m. and Sundays at noon. We did some giveaways today, but next Sunday we're doing some more giveaways. So if you come to the channel next Sunday, you get a chance to win a copy of DayZ or a game of equal value. All you got to do is be a follower on the stream. You can go there right now. A link is in the description box, and hit that follow button and it'll be notifying you whenever I stream. Have a fantastic week guys, and I'll see you soon for some more DayZ content.